大家好. So today I spent the day in the city of Bangkok and walking around the streets and everything, and we ate food, and let me just tell you, I miss China. I miss China. I miss the cleanliness of the streets. I miss the way that the food tasted. I missed how every place that I went to, I just wanted to shove as much food in my mouth as I possibly could. I miss the beauty. I miss the culture. I miss China. We took pictures in the street at Yuan Garden, and we were fully dressed up in traditional wear, and it was like such an amazing experience. We had so much fun. I felt like a princess. I mean, I always feel like a princess, but it was like everybody else could see that I'm a princess. I just loved every moment of that. And I asked my subtitler if she could give me a song that kind of embodies the experience that we had, the traditional culture, the way that I felt in the dress, and what the dress represents. So I'm really excited to get into today's singer today. My subtitler, she is excited about this one, and she's not usually bouncing up and down for every reaction video, but this one, there was definitely a bounce. So I'm super excited. What I've heard so far about him, and usually I don't have too much of a background about him, but I do know a little bit today. Not only is he supposed to be a phenomenal singer and songwriter, but he also has a music school where he teaches songwriting, instruments, vocal lessons, and music production. So there's like a whole lot that this guy brings to the table besides the fact that he is a phenomenal singer. So I want to see. I've heard everything, and now I want to see for myself. So let's get into it. Not the slow motion. Oh, I like that ripple effect on the stage.
月光色，女子香，泪断间，缘情多长，有多痛，无自想。
So first of all, I could just say that his voice is so smooth as he's singing. Da, da, da. Dun, dun, dun. It's so smooth, and it's got the breathiness aspect in there, but it's not too much. It's not taking away from the performance. So already I'm liking it. But can we look at, first of all, it looks like he's wearing my signature color, my pink. I think you can see it there in the background. My light pink, that's what it looks like he's wearing, which I love. And then he's got flowers and embellishments. Can we just take a moment for his outfit? Because, yes. Oh, did you hear that? I like it. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I forgot, wow. I was told that he was an R&B singer, but I guess in thinking about it, I just forgot for a moment. But oh my goodness, the vibes are giving me that R&B. I love it. Do you see what he does with the microphone? He takes the microphone and he does a and that gives, not only is he going in and out with his dynamics, but he's also using the microphone to exacerbate the dynamics. So it really sounds like it's going back and forth when it's not. That was a nice little trick that he did with the microphone. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. That's an intentional cry there. That's not something that made a mistake and came out. That's not something that was an oops. That was an intentional that's literally called a cry.
记最好这世道的无常，注定当爱的人一生。
So I can tell by his skill that he has a really good working knowledge of his placement, of where he's putting his tone. But right now he's taking it and he's kind of putting it towards the back of his throat, kind of where you would put it if you were going to make it nasal. I hear a little bit of that coming out, but I feel like it's a stylistic choice. I feel like it's intentional. I don't feel like it's accidental or due to not being able to control it. He's going, ha, ha. Oh, I forgot it. Let me go back. I think I messed up the notes there. Maybe we can cut that part out. But the way that he's doing it is like, it's intentional. I'm just appreciating that. That's all. Especially right there, yeah. Now that part did go a little bit softer. I'm wondering, was that intentional, or was that like, I felt like he was pulling up to his head voice instead of just like pushing it out there. Like he was pulling for it, not necessarily like it was flowing. Now, was that intentional? I don't know. He's a professional and he knows what he's doing. He literally teaches this all the time. So I'm sure it was, but it did come across a little bit like it was pulley. Or like maybe it's really breathy, and that could just not be my personal preference on that part. Because it takes a certain amount of control to be able to produce that amount of breath with tone at the same time. So it could just be a stylistic choice. Yeah. So I just want to take a minute here and also appreciate his the writing style and what he's talking about, all the passion that is involved in, well, we already know that love is a very passionate thing. It's something that you go all in with. And he's talking about that, but he's bringing in just the seasons and the elements and the way that he's dictating, what is the word? The danger. He's dictating and illustrating a very vivid representation of the danger that is there in falling in love. And then he's saying, you know, who would dare do that? But at the same time, you can understand that, you know, he would be willing to do that. And I just want to take a moment and appreciate the songwriting in this particular piece, because it was beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful so far. So that. Even that right there, he's talking about a lifetime of wounds. Like, that literally makes you think about, like, if you're talking about love, the first thing that you think about is not a wound. But if you think about a lifetime of love, you think about the ups and the downs that you go through with people as they grow and change and you grow and change and life happens to you and everything. There are wounds that are formed. And he's so beautifully depicting that when he's talking about, you know, when he says that, you know, it fated that those who dare to love will bear a lifetime of wounds. Like, it's just a part of it. That's just what comes with it. So forgive me. I'm geeking out over his songwriting style, his word choices, the imagery that is painted with the words that he's choosing. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the songwriting for sure. Obviously his voice it's fire, but the songwriting too, like, Okay, so that was the end. I didn't realize it. I wanted more. Now I'm going to get into the new song from this particular artist because apparently this is the new. And so we're going to dig in and see what's going on here too. I'm excited.
那这首歌，当我看到三叔的歌词的时候，我其实内心是非常感动的，因为我觉得母子的情感应该是所有人都会有共鸣的。而张起灵这个角色中间的故事，就是和他妈妈的一段情感的对话。
Wow.
在这个里面，我想到了很多，包括生死，包括亲情，包括来世。所以在整个
I think that this is a very fitting time for me to listen to this song. As you guys know, I have a son. He is 17. And I have actually been reflecting on just like life and this privilege, our lives, you know, how my decisions impact him and how he's now old enough to impact me. And how much he's impacted me as he's been growing and maturing and everything. So my mind has already been like in this space where I'm thinking about it, appreciating all of the ups and downs of, you know, being a parent. And so this feels like it's just perfect timing.
这个过程当中，为什么我们喜欢有这样的思考？是因为我们内心有强烈的亲情的表达。在这个爱的过程中间，我们穿越了一切，我们感受到爱的力量。
I agree with that completely. I'm very interested to see where he goes with this. It's such a in-depth, this imagery is amazing, by the way, but it's such an in-depth look at something that is so, I guess we don't talk about that enough. This imagery is amazing. My goodness. It's like a video game, but then him.
下雪后，抬头看着屋檐，母亲还没有睁眼，看他写的字，走过时间。那些诗句压着古卷时给我的信笺，还是杂片。
Oh my goodness, look, he's literally saying my thoughts just far more eloquently and poetic than I ever could. But this is literally what I have been thinking. I have notebooks that I write in, and I am constantly like, curious, like when I'm not here anymore, will he read them? Will it be something that actually resonates with him that he keeps close to his heart, or will it just, you know, collect dust or be thrown out with the trash? Like, I literally just had this thought. I'm gonna calm down and finish listening, sorry.
静静地闻着弹念，静静地等在人间。素叶插放在门外，我都没有听见。那心上说常跪在山前，问菩萨我儿在哪个人间。
Wow.
菩萨手中像就像是笔底的脸，做挥霍成长轮回的劫。爱是死不停的消遣，它是最后一人，困在无尽心如火焰。望念这个佛界在你远行之前，一劫白一年真是落三千。若是你可以听见，心灵它。
Yeah, I love how I didn't even say words there. I love how he comes smoothly off of his phrases. It's so nice. It's so smooth. It's like butter. It never feels abrasive or like he's doing too much at all. Everything is just perfectly balanced, vocally as well as lyrically.
那心上说常规在山间，问菩萨我儿在哪个人间
My goodness.
菩萨说众生生是不敌的脸，都魂化成这轮回的劫。你爱是洗不停的修剪，的是最后一人，困在不停是有火焰。我念着别佛记在你隐形之前，别洁白一面坚持了三千，但是你可听见心灵打破，我进到你身边。
Okay, so I'm gonna pause there for a minute because I feel like it was just a lot. My senses are just overstimulated. So we've got all of this amazing, I feel like I'm watching a movie, and who likes somebody who talks through a movie, right? So I feel like I'm watching a movie and I'm paying attention to all of the intensity that's happening there, but then I'm also listening to his voice and the dynamic shifts that he's doing with his voice. It's wonderful, the complexities that he's putting into a very short period of time. Like this song, it's wordy. It moves around a lot, but he's not letting that stop him from being vocally agile. And I can really, really appreciate that. So we've got the songs coming at me. We've got the imagery coming at me. We even got we even have the different textures that he's giving me as he's singing the song. He's not saying, even though he's got the red and the change and it's like all in there, he's not giving me a big, huge belt or like a gritty, raspy tone. He's not. He's still kind of keeping it consistent, and he throws little hints of that in and out in different places. So I can really appreciate all the complexities that are going on here. Anytime that you're writing a song, the thing that everybody knows about a good hook is that it needs to be repetitive. And I love the way that he took this chant and actually made it more like a hook here. So by the end of the song, I know that rhythm, and that's literally the objective whenever you write a hook or a chorus of a song, is to make that part very, very repetitive. The chant and the way that he set it up so perfectly, as though it was just it's like and I've not heard that before. Usually when people do chants, they kind of put the chants underneath or behind the music. They don't let it be like, okay, stand alone, this is what it is. And I appreciate that he did that. And it's one of the most memorable parts of the song. And it's what gets stuck in your head as well. So that was an unexpected element. This video is very, very well done. Like, can I call that person and get them to help me? Because, oh my goodness, it gives so much more than a pretty face in a camera. It's a story. It's an experience. Did I say experience already? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like I just went on a whole journey here. Do you guys feel that way too? My goodness. This is the English version, and I'm very curious of how it compares to the Chinese version.
Nights are long, trying to understand a life of words unspoken. How all of her hopes so much of what I meant to be. How some should stand, but I'm broken. Your love will help me so near. Never left enough space to hear.
Ooh. That just hit me right there. Your love held me so near, it did not leave enough space to hear. My goodness, how much do mothers tell their children things, but they don't hear them. They're around all the time. So they hear them, but they don't hear them. That is a very, very powerful lyric. As a mom, I appreciate that.
Me up inside, I've never been prepared to take the key to your kingdom's gate. The dreams wanted I'd never share. Break this song, I try to find my freedom instead. I fight it on my own road ahead. I've got a fire in my soul, time to find my own demons. Just whatever hold me back. Break this road, I face the world with all that I have. Live forever, held it in my hand. Let rock get close to me, with no turns back. The end of your keys back.
Okay. So as much as I don't want to admit it, I do feel like this English version, it did hit with me. I not only appreciate, I felt, so while the Chinese version was very, very poetic, I guess the simplified version was easier for me to understand while I had all of the senses titillated as I'm listening. And so it helped me. I feel like I understand more of what he was trying to say, or what he was saying in the Chinese version, more than I understood when I was listening to the Chinese version. But I think that's obviously because English is my first language, and I'm just an American. So, you're a product of your environment. There were several lines that really hit and resonated with me throughout the song. And I don't even think that I have time to go in and enumerate them, because it was several times where I felt like, ooh. That's my take. And then I also like the way that the words kind of just rolled off his mouth more in the Chinese version, even though I can understand the English and I can more easily sing and replicate it. But if you're sending it to an American audience or a Western audience, then I guess the English version would make sense to them. But yes, I really liked it. I really liked it. Both versions are phenomenal. That's why I'm stuttering, because both versions are phenomenal. So there's that. Okay, so I listened to this video last night and I got up today, and this run has kind of like been going on and on in my head. And so I also had this conversation with my subtitler, beautiful woman on my team, who is obsessed with this guy and this song in general. And she challenged me because I didn't try and replicate the run. And so first of all, I feel like, okay, I'm a vocal coach. I need to replicate this run, and I need to do it well. And I feel like pressure, like a challenge, like, okay, Miss Vocal Coach, do the run. So I'm about to do the run. I'm about to try the run. Okay. So what I hear, wait, hold on. Let me see again. I'm gonna try it again. da 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 da. I think that's the run. I'm trying to get it because he places it in an interesting place. He's not forward like I am. That's more Western and very pronounced. He's kind of has it in the back of his throat, which makes it a little bit difficult to differentiate, but also it sounds beautiful. It's just hard for me to like, let me sing what it is. So I'm gonna try again. So, ha, da, 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 da. I think that's what it is. Let me see. This is just the first half. I went back a little bit too far. I can't tell. I feel like there actually might be two more notes at the end of that. And it's really fast and it's all like kind of together. I don't know if I'm landing on the right note. Let me see again. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna try it one more time. Hold on, I'm gonna listen, and then I'm gonna try it one more time. I think that's what it is. Oh my goodness, don't come for me if it's not right. He's so good. Okay, I have to do the other part. Hold on. That's like a dynamic pulse there. Not even really a run. It's like a but let's do something at the end of that. Let me see. Come on. Oh, wait, you did something at the end there. My Western style wants to come in on that. It might be hold on, let me see. It's like a crotch answer. It's not like a straight note though, nor is it like a full run. Hold on. That's what I want to do, but that's not what he's doing. I think I might just have to. It's so subtle what he's doing that I'm struggling. It's so minute what he's doing there. I might just have to accept that. I don't know that I can do that. I kind of want to take the instrument out and just hear the vocals, because then I feel like I could do it. This is like, I need to prove myself. But the rest of the run, I think I got. Let me see. I might might have to just let go of the end, and we're just gonna give him his flowers and say, honey, baby, you got it. But the rest of it, I think I got. You guys let me know what you think, but I think I got the rest of it. So it's the subtle runs, honey. It's crazy how something so simple can be so complex, like if you understand the makeup of it. So, okay. So fair enough. We need to give it up for my subtitler for pointing this out to me and then basically challenging me, because the fact that she even said anything made me say, like, hold up, I'm a vocal coach, I can do that. And I don't know that I did so well. That very end part, that's what's really tripping me up. But maybe I'm even giving myself more flowers than I should have, because did I get it all the way through? I don't know. So I'm putting myself out here with that. This the subtleties of it, and then the placement. It's completely different than where where I'm used to placing the sound for my runs. So we'll see what you guys think. But I just had to jump back in here and give it a try.